On today's episode of Watch JR Go, we are out in the F-250, and we're not going to buy a car. Nope, we are going to try to fix more of the Corvette Z06. What is going on, guys? I am Watch JR Go, and like I said, out in the F-250, and right now we're heading to O'Reilly's because of a comment that I read. One of you guys said that fuel sender on the Z06 can commonly be fixed by just running 2 bottles of Techron. Well, they said 1, or just run some Techron. But I remembered that is factual. The Corvette forums have always been alive with buzz about a bottle of Techron. That's apparently the only fuel additive that works for this. But you put that in the fuel tank on a C5 that has a fuel sender issue, and it should just come back to life. Now, I think I've read many threads about this years ago, and if I remember right, they said you need to run 2 full tanks of gas and 2 full bottles of Techron through the system. So let's go to O'Reilly's, buy some, and then get over to the car, fill it up, and go see if we can fix the fuel sender. All right, we're here at O'Reilly's to hopefully buy some Techron. I hope they have this in stock, and if they do, it might be the magical fix that we need. What's going on, man?
What's up? Do what you're good at, right?
Yep, thanks guys.
See you later.
See ya.
Later, man.
And we're back with the Corvette. And here is an awesome chance for you, the subscriber, to be a part of this channel. I've partnered with veteran-owned small business GetEnteredToWin.com to bring you an awesome chance to win this 2001 Z06 Corvette. Just click the link in the description, go to go.getenteredtowin.com/watchjrgo, buy a custom coffee mug or a digital download, and not only do you get a cool custom coffee mug, you get a chance to win this 2001 C5 Corvette Z06, and you're able to genuinely help support the growth of this channel and my ability to continue delivering awesome free content for you guys. So click the link in the description, go to go.getenteredtowin.com/watchjrgo and buy a cool custom coffee mug or digital download and get your automatic entry for a chance to win this amazing 2001 Z06 Corvette. Thanks for your support and good luck. And we're back with the 2001 Z06. You guys know Elliot has to jump into all videos.
I have to.
It's the only way he knows how to get in a video.
But I wasn't wearing my New Balances today. I wasn't prepped for this.
I'm actually wearing the other NMDs, not the more Corvette NMDs.
Oh, it's okay.
We had this conversation in the comments. People have been upset that you have the white New Balances and the rest of us were wearing Adidas. But the thing is, even when we do our full Corvette uniform, I only have white Yeezys. I don't have any white New Balance.
Maybe it's time to buy them. It's
nope.
Quality footwear.
Nope.
And trust me, they basically mold to the car. You will never feel more at home than when you're wearing a pair of those and sitting behind the wheel of one of these. I'm telling you for a fact.
All right, first of all, even the diehard Corvette guys now are switching to On Clouds. So,
I don't know.
I could do On Clouds.
Okay.
I just can't wear New Balance. It's not.
I know. The problem is you can only really wear them
for the Corvette
a couple of times a year.
It's,
you know.
On Clouds. That's where I'm going next.
Okay.
Okay. We're here in the Z06. First things first, we have our Techron from O'Reilly's, and now we're going to grab the scanner, hook it up to the car, clear the codes so we can clear that fuel level sensor error. And I don't think it's gonna fix anything yet. We're gonna head to the gas station, get some non-ethanol, and fill this up with Techron. And hopefully, after driving it around, that gauge starts to come back. So
that is the much preferred fix.
Yeah, dude.
Because
here's the problem. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people sell their Corvettes when they lose a fuel pump or a fuel sender.
Especially in fixed roof coupes or Z06s. It is so much harder.
It's not worth fixing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, if you guys just watched my video on how Corvettes go together, they haven't changed in a lot of years, but it has saddle fuel tanks. So there's a fuel tank here, and there's a fuel tank here. And then in the middle, we have the torque tube coming down, which, I mean, you guys have seen a million times. I've done drivetrain pulls before. And then in the middle, there's a giant hose. And in that giant hose is the fuel transfer system. Basically, it's not powered. It's actually a pretty ingenious system, but you have to get all of that out to change a fuel sender or a fuel pump, basically. Some of the cars, you can kind of drop one of the saddle tanks a little bit and try to squeeze a fuel pump in.
Yeah, it's not happening on this.
It's not happening on this. And, you know, the correct way to do it is to drop the drivetrain. Like, pull the torque tube, pull the transmission, and then you can do a fuel pump. So call it $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 job.
and that's if you do it yourself.
Yeah.
At the dealer, this is a costly procedure.
It is.
So yeah, if you were to just take your car to the Chevy dealer, say, "Hey, my gas gauge doesn't work."
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you get this whole like, well, we have to take half of the car.
We're gonna
apart.
pull your car apart.
Like, it's insane.
So, and there's no real cutting access holes in these things like you would on an F body. So we're trying the Tecron fix, guys. It's the best thing to do before we don't even want to do this job. Like, we were going to send it to the dealer and let them do this.
No, and even if, I mean, this is why either people sell their Corvette, don't do it, or don't do it and just live for the rest of their life off the trip meter for their gas gauge.
I've seen enough of these pulls to know that if you do it, you will rain. You either have to run out of gas or just get showered in gasoline for hours.
This is why I like the C4, because the C4 gas tank's just right out back.
Yeah,
just take the rear bumper off.
Good to go.
Not good for weight balance.
So the Tecron, it seems like a stupid thing where we're pouring in an additive and we're not doing any work. We're trying to avoid a massive bill on this car because we want to fix the fuel cylinder. Obviously, it's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
So
and if this fixes it, it fixes it.
It fixes it.
Great.
So I hope it does. Let's go. Let's do it. It is scanning the car right now before we erase the codes. We didn't actually clear it before, so that's what we're going to do here in a second. And we'll clear it again as we drive to try to bring that fuel gauge back to life. Anyway, this coolest part of this car is it has the plugs inside the door handles. These are always missing. So they're like $3 or $4 each, and it's an easy fix, but honestly, a lot of times you don't want to go to the dealer, so it just stays out forever. I should have cleared the codes. Oh, look at that. The fuel gauge just came back. It reset and it came right back immediately. We now have 3/4 of a tank. I'm still gonna run the Tecron. We're gonna go run a full tank of gas through this thing, but we've already fixed it. It was like 2 seconds. I didn't clear the codes before because I was like, well, we gotta fix all this stuff. Wow. All right, we're gonna cycle the key and hopefully the cinder is good to go after this. All right, we're gonna get the extra spice by filling this up before we put the gas in it. It still has 3/4 tank, so we'll head straight to the gas station after this.
Glug, glug, glug.
Yep.
Oh, listen to it.
This is the best part of fixing it. Man, this is by far my favorite kind of fix of all time. Anyway, we're gonna put non-ethanol in it too. The ethanol fuel is fine in these cars, but I just want to like really get this thing sorted out, and hopefully it never has another issue.
Jumped right out at you. That's okay, that should evaporate.
How did it even happen?
I honestly don't know.
Exploded. It ran out of weight and the flap shot it out of there. All right, well, we got to clean up the shop now. It makes sense. You can't fix things without having a mess to clean up. It was time to just let Elliot drive it, obviously, because I already fixed the car, so. Yeah. So thanks, Tecron. Also, just a note, Tecron, if you want to do this on your C5 because your fuel cinder's being iffy, this one obviously was a little less iffy than we thought. It's 2 for 1 right now. So it was like $10 for a bottle and you get another one for free. Perfect. Can't beat that. All right, we're almost to the gas station already, and we're gonna fill this thing back up and I'm gonna go put a few miles on it. This did foil my plan, because the cinder, no matter what, would have been reporting something back to the ECU. Yeah. So I was gonna jump on the Autel and look at the live data and figure out how bad it actually was, you know, like what was going on. But now it's just working. They're self-fixing. It's no problem at all.
They really are. You can like do the Italian tune-up on them and they work.
True.
Or put some Tecron in them
and they work.
You scare them back into working.
Other side.
Oh, that's not that. Yeah, that's the diesel side, and that one's out of service.
Oh, out of service. All right, here we go. The trick for opening the fuel door, you got your cable, and then you do that and it's open.
Pops right open.
Yeah, it's so easy. It's not even a big deal that the electronics don't work. Anyway, we're going to the one gas station in all of Wichita that has 93, because you don't need it here in Kansas, and it's only 10% ethanol. The no-eth was actually 87, so we can't run that.
How jealous is everybody from California that we can just stick it right in?
Yeah.
Not that the freaking accordion thing and be like,
we don't have a boot. Look at this!
whoa. There's nothing behind this for good. Holy crap.
This dude's got a telescoping saw blade.
That's crazy. I told you when we drove by, I was like, there's just a circular saw on an arm.
That is super cool. It's like just a telescoping boom with a saw on it. He's out there dropping trees. Sweet.
Effective.
We got to fill back up the fuel. We're going to go drive it around. I'm going to put some miles on this thing. we'll try to run 1 tank of gas through it, and then it's off to its next adventure with, what are you gonna fix? Or should I not ruin the
little stuff?
I'm not gonna ruin the surprise.
No, you're gonna ruin the surprise.
All the little stuff.
All the little stuff.
I heard you had an LS7. It's just the little stuff. No big deal.
I'm probably gonna put the bolts in the sway bar. I know that much.
Nice. And I heard you have a dual clutch from a C8 too. So it's all good.
It's a quick swap.
Nope.
Easy 1-day job.
All the easy.
Yeah, all the easy stuff. I'm gonna add heads-up display.
Heads-up display would be sick.
Yeah.
All right.
It's with a little Mazda system, so it's just a little flat and big.
Yeah.
Technically, I did it.
Mini does that too, right? It's just a piece of plexiglass stuck in the middle of the dash.
You know what? It is.
It's a heads-up display.
It's a way of doing it.
Can't hate on it. All right, we just got back to Elliott's, and the fuel gauge is still working, so that is awesome. Like I said, I'm gonna go try to put a tank of gas through it. I really don't think I can, because that's a lot of miles. It's like 400 miles of driving almost. So we're gonna just drive around the city and see how much gas we can burn. Well, here's the problem with Corvettes. I just drove around the entire city trying to run this thing out of gas, and I've barely used 1/8 of a tank. It doesn't help that you're cruising around in 6th gear, but it's actually kind of hard to make them use gas unless you're like tracking them. So we haven't used too much gas. I'll keep driving it around a little bit more. I'm gonna take it to dinner here in a minute. But yeah, that's pretty much what's gonna happen with the Corvette today. We fixed the fuel sender by just clearing the codes, and then the Techron should make sure it doesn't happen again in the future. That is it for today, guys. Don't forget to head on over to go.getenteredtowin.com/watchjrgo to enter for a chance to win this C5 Z06. And honestly, the yellow keeps growing on me. The yellow is kind of the quintessential color too. It's like, I mean, it's the color for a C5. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchjrgo.com for cool shirts not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. It's gone from 70 degrees when we started shooting to 14 degrees outside, and I don't want to be out here anymore. Cold front moved in real fast. Well, I know this should probably go in a Hummer video and not a Corvette video, but these just showed up for the H3, so it's time to fix the hood so I can work on this thing without sticking. What, so far it's been a 1x1, a stick, and also the hood prop at Johnny's shop. I've been doing everything to keep the hood open on this car, and today we are fixing that. So I just need a screwdriver. That ought to get her done. These have been leaking so badly, there's permanent oil running down the sides here. Look at that puddle. They are absolutely blown out. Time to solve this problem. Ooh, these might be factory. They got the Stabilus logo on them there. So the new ones are absolutely not factory here. Just bang them around. It's a good test to make sure they hold up, you know? Come on. We got it. That clip is out of there. Oh, gross. Well, I just got covered in the goo. The hood stays up. We're halfway there. That one over there I could hear was sort of working. Ooh, these are super strong. Says GM on it. There's no way these lasted 200,000 miles. It's crazy that something like this absolutely changes the game when you're working on a car. There we go, all done.